In this video, we're heading on a breathtaking journey through Chihuahua's natural wonders. We'll discover the majestic 246-meter Basasiachic Falls, one of Mexico's tallest year-round waterfalls. Then, brace yourself for the thrill of the world's second longest zipline at Copper Canyon Adventure Park, over 2.5 kilometers of pure adrenaline above 3 vast canyons. Finally, we'll unwind in the soothing Recowata hot springs hidden in the heart of the Sierra. Stay tuned for adventure, awe, and serenity all in one epic video. We set out for the Recowata hot springs, known locally as Aguas Termales de Recowata. Reaching them wasn't easy. We had to descend roughly 3 kilometers down a steep canyon path just to get there, which added a real sense of adventure from the very first step. Once we arrived, the effort felt completely worthwhile. The springs themselves are carved into natural rock pools, bubbling gently with water held at about 70 Celsius degrees. Surrounded by tall canyon walls and shaded by poplars, oaks, and pine, it was a peaceful haven. Steam drifted lazily across the surface, and the warmth instantly soothed muscles tired from the descent. With every breath, I felt more relaxed here, immersed in nature. The ordinary world seemed miles away. After our time in the springs, we continued onwards to the Rukiraso waterfall. As I approached its viewpoint, I felt a genuine emotional stir mix of peaceful calm and humble wonder. Watching the water spill over the edge and fall into the canyon below was deeply moving. The sight and sound combined in a powerful reminder of nature's quiet strength. Finally, we made our way back to Creel and ended the day at a local brewery. It felt less like a tourist stop and more like stepping into a friendly bar where the beer is brewed right on site. Surrounded by the smell of malt and hops, it was the perfect relaxed finale to a day filled with natural marvels. The next morning, we set out for the Copper Canyon Adventure Park at Divisadero, home to thrilling suspension bridges, zip lines, and an unforgettable cable car ride. Our first challenge was the hanging bridges, narrow planks swaying high above the canyon floor, footsteps echoing on loose boards. Crossing them felt precarious, each stride testing balance while opening up breathtaking views. Next came the Zip Rider, the second longest zipline in the world, stretching nearly 2,530 meters across the canyon at speeds reaching 130 km/h. I'd zipped before at Xcaret, but nothing prepared me for this. The wind roared in my ears as I flew, the canyon walls ripping past an exhilarating, heart-racing rush of pure freedom. Midway, my friend and I got stuck, suspended hundreds of meters above the abyss. We ended up pushing ourselves along the cable for roughly 700 meters, laughing the whole way. That blend of panic and shared humor created a memory that's impossible to forget.
Yo pensé que ya... Perdóname, pensé que ya había más lejos.
Listo.
We drifted above the junction of three principal canyons, Urique, Tararequa, and Copper Canyon itself, suspended gently, soaking in expansive vistas as peaceful as they were dramatic. Exhilarated by the day's adventure, it was more than just thrill-seeking. It felt like we'd touched the edge of the earth, shared laughter with a friend in mid-layer, and seen corners of the canyon few ever do. It wasn't just unforgettable, it was transcendent. That night, I wandered through Creel after dark, discovering a different side to the village. The cobbled streets were aglow with street lamps and warm light spilling from cozy cafes and artisan shops. It reminded me of a quaint European town, compact, radiant and full of energy even late into the evening. At first light, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and set off on the 3-hour drive north from Creel to Basasiachi Falls. I felt a profound sense of being in the presence of something far greater than myself. It was impossible not to feel a spiritual awe. The air was cool and fresh, scented with pine and damp rock. Birds flew overhead, and the silence between their calls only amplified the waterfall's power. For a moment, I simply stood there, letting the full impact of the scene wash over me. There was no need for words, it felt as though nature itself was speaking. Standing so close to the edge, I felt both insignificant and intimately connected to the earth's raw beauty. Visiting Basasiachi wasn't just a day trip, it was a moment of real, unfiltered wonder, the kind of place that reminds you how small we are, yet how privileged to witness such grandeur